Remember, 1900 it was 400 pounds. 80 years later, in 1980, Canada brought a 459 pumpkin to the scales. It had beat the world record by 50 pounds. Now, we're gonna set this pumpkin down, and then I'm gonna explain. Come on down, Jackson. All right. I know you and your dad, they're Nowthen growers. They grow just down the road here, not very far. Yep, Dave has a big pumpkin here. It happens to be that one. But Jackson grew this little one. And she did really good. It's a nice looking pumpkin. What is what's personal best? 560 something is her personal best. I think either last year or the year before, 2 years ago. All right, Jackson, we want to see over 560. We'd love to see a 600 pounder, but let's see what we got. 714, congratulations! A very good sized pumpkin. Very nice pumpkin. Nice and round. 700, boy, we jump right from 5 to 700. Skip it over. Almost a 200-pound jump. Very nice, Jackson. Congratulations. 714 pounds. Oh man, they're getting big fast. Right here in Nowthen, just a couple miles north of here, they grew that pumpkin. Alright, so from 1900 to 1980, in 80 years, they moved up by 159 pounds. But Howard Bill decided to do something different with his 459 pounds. He decided first, I'm going to give seeds away. I'm not going to keep the seeds. I'm not going to be like it's been for so many years where the guy grows the big one, turns it into the figure, and then he keeps everything. He won't tell anybody how to do it. He won't give a seed away. He just keeps it for himself. Howard Bill said, I'm not going to give the seeds away. And then on top of that, I'm going to tell everybody how I grew that 450 pounds. And literally, magic started happening. By 1996, when nobody said it could be done, 1996, can you remember 1996? The first 1,000 pound pumpkin hit the scale in 96. Nobody said it could be done. In 1980, when they hit 459, there were people saying, I don't believe it hit 500. But they thought 1,000 pounds was out of the question. They didn't think that was even possible. And so 96, you got your first 1,000 pounds. Well, then they started looking at it and they're like, we hit 1,500, is that even possible? Well, and 10 years later, one check. What's that put in here? 2006? 2006, thank you for that. That's only what? 18 years ago? Oh, not even. Yeah, 19 years. They hit 1,500 pounds, first pumpkin in history to do it. And then people started to look at it and they thought, could we hit 2,000 pounds? Is that even possible? And everybody said, no, the pumpkin will collapse in on itself. It can't. 1 ton of 1 ton fruit? That's impossible. Just 6 years later, the year 2012. The year 2012, that was that one. Ron Wallace. Rhode Island right here. I was in Rhode Island. I put a pumpkin on the scale. Oh, I see. An incredible moment in the pumpkin history that everybody that's grows pumpkins today knows and remembers well. It is an amazing feat, and then people started thinking, can we hit 2,500? Is that possible? And then Matthias over in Belgium in 2014, he hit a 26 pounder, and then Travis followed that up right here from Nowthen, Minnesota with a world record, 2 years, 2,749 pounds, which is incredible. All right, this next pumpkin, speaking of Travis, the world record holder, this is Travis's little pumpkin. I say, oh, and Lily. Hey, Lily, come over here. Lily, did you help your dad grow this? I remember I gave him the plant. He wanted the plant, they were pretty orange, and he planted it out back with Lily because he wanted to grow a pumpkin with it, right? Did you have fun growing a pumpkin? Really fun. That means a lot of fun. So Travis, the world record holder, he lost his pumpkin early on, unfortunately. Otherwise, there would have been another monster out there. But as a consolation, he got this gorgeous pumpkin off of my seat. No. Very beautiful pumpkin, and the pumpkin actually, the seed that I grew, actually goes back to the beautiful Tiger King seed. If you guys remember that 2350. The first time anybody had ever got over 2,000 pounds in the state of Minnesota, he grew a pumpkin that just produced beauties. And then I grew that, and then he grew that back and produced another beauty. Lily, you want to go over by your dad? Let's see. What are you hoping for, Travis? What would you like to see here? All right, let's just go for a new world record. I mean, you know, we'd have to check it for sinkers. If you get that joke. All right, let's do a little countdown for Lily and Travis. 3, 2, 1. What do we got? 569. Awesome pumpkin. Great job. Beautiful pumpkin for a beautiful little girl. And yeah. This is one of those that out back that did not put any of his. If anybody knows Travis, he does an intensive routine of nutrients and water, and he has it all set up in his main garden. This was just an afterthought out back, but turned out to be a very beautiful little pumpkin. I think he was actually going in for the deer, but thankfully the deer didn't. Congratulations, Lily. It's a beautiful little pumpkin. All right, guys. Now that we're right now in Minnesota, our current world record holder, Travis. Also, give him a big round of applause. He's doing the Bobcat work today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I love you. Good try. What do you guys
So where were we? Oh yeah, Travis, he pushed the bar officially to 2749. Here's what is really cool because people have been saying, will we hit 3,000 pounds now? We're so close, we seem so close. Will we hit 3,000 pounds? Well, a brother team out of the United Kingdom, their names are Stewie and Ian, a couple of years ago, they grew a gigantic pumpkin. Something that literally would be a carriage for Cinderella. And it, unfortunately, 3 weeks before the way off, got a hole. So it was damaged. They didn't officially weigh it. But they did put it on a scale before they got rid of it, hanging scale. So nothing's official, no one did Guinness Book or anything like that. But that pumpkin came in at 2,907 pounds. And that truly gives us the hope, and we know that 3,000 pounds is coming, and it's coming fast. Could be this year, could be next year, maybe the year after. We know that we will see 3,000 pounds very, very soon. And this year, like I said, those same brothers, the same people that grew that one a couple years ago, they have one right now that is estimated at 27 pounds. So if it comes in heavy, you never know. We may have a 3,000 pounder this year. We'll have to see. All right, this next pumpkin is going to be damaged. So you'll notice it's going to be weighed a little bit different because of where the damaged spot is. We have to pick the whole pallet up and put it out there. But we want to get a weight on it. We want to recognize the color. So come on down, Ryan. All right, Ryan, first year or not? First year growing, very first pumpkin ever. That's a very nice size pumpkin. So congrats on that. Too bad about the damage, but as you're going to find out your pumpkin growing, and it's with the territory. What seed is that? Do you remember? Okay. Good genetics. That. What were some of the troubles you had with growing this year? Well, we'll see. So a crack legally becomes a damaged pumpkin if it goes into the account. But we're going to get a semi-official weight. It won't go in the red books or anything, but we'll get a weight here just to kind of give you a guideline as to what the bar is setting. So Ryan from where are you out of? Delano. Come up from Delano. Let's take a look at. We'll get Dan over there. Let's take a look, see how much it weighs. $7.99, very nice. A very good start to it. So, picture. Thanks for coming out. Jackson still the top broker. 714. We'll see if we can't push it up even more and more. Got some nice ones on deck here. So a lot of people ask, what do you do with giant pumpkins? What is their point? What is their purpose? Most people just want to grow a big one to have a display in their yard. That's what most people grow for. They want to see the magic of a possible 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds. What they can grow. In fact, even this year, a grower was able to record a one-day grow of 83 pounds. pounds, which is a one-acre record, which is incredible. And it's actually a pumpkin that ended up splitting from Stewie and Ian. But an incredible amount of growth. So most people that are into gardening, that love gardening, want to try something a little bit different. So one of these giant pumpkins can be stressful, but it can be incredibly rewarding. When you watch that pumpkin literally within 60, 70 days go from nothing to 1,500 pounds, maybe even 2,000 pounds, it's quite incredible. Alright, next pumpkin coming up. I think it's Noah's, right? Alright, Noah's been helping me all day since the crack of dawn. He's awesome and amazing if I haven't said it already. So give a big hand for Noah. Now we're going to weigh his pumpkin. Noah's out of cornbread. This one's a tiger meat. It's very nice. If you do your personal best, 1170, right? 1,170. So what was that last year? 2 years ago. So he has grown them to a half of the month, which is quite incredible. So we'll see. What do you think of this one? 855. 855. That was definitely in the lead. It has an interesting shape. Makes me think it might be heavy.
I just couldn't remember how much.
Oh, does it? So when they look under it, a lot of pumpkins have flat bottoms. This one has a concave, or it rolls up quite a bit. So, you know, we've gone back and forth on if that's good or bad. Some people will say it's good because it has to build some strength under there to protect it from pumpkin. And a lot of people just like a nice flat bottom. So we'll see what it ends up at. Maybe Dan can pull the magic carpet there. All right, Noah, what do we got? Let's see. 759, you are the new leader. That is a very nice weight. Good job. 759 is an inch closer towards that first 800-pound pumpkin. We haven't done an official count, but this may be the most pumpkins we have ever had at. This should be a cool record. And we are going for a new site record. So that means the heaviest pumpkin ever weighed in Nowthen, and that would have to just be 1805. So 1,805 pounds. We just have to beat that. That's a brand new Nowthen record for this site, for the family. And we have, I would honestly say we have 4 pumpkins that could challenge that record. So that is exciting, and that is coming up shortly. All right, Joel, you'll get all your pictures. The leaderboard. We'll grab that. All right, so like I was saying, most giant pumpkins are meant for display. I do, however, have a buddy up in North Dakota. Every year, he takes a piece of his pumpkin, usually about a 50, 60-pound piece, and he cooks it into pies. You can make quite a few pies out of one of these pumpkins. They're not necessarily the best pumpkin pie making pumpkins, just because they're, there's certain pumpkins that they use all the time for making pumpkin pie. But he does do it. It's kind of a cool little thing he does because he really wants to, have a part of it. He can eat at the end. But the majority of these will go for display. We've had plenty of them. All of America always gets one every year, so we go down to the wall. The one you see with the Minnesota Zoo, if you ever go there, the pumpkin nights, walk around, drive around with the pumpkins. They always have a bunch of these giant pumpkins. There's a lot of theme parks, like Dollywood. They get like 10 or 12 of these pumpkins. They'll buy them all year. far as who has one, we usually find. A lot of people ask what a pumpkin goes for. How much? Most people get about $1 a pound for it. If it's a 1,000-pound pumpkin, you get $1,000. If it's 2,000 pounds, you get $2,000. That can vary depending on that's kind of the going rate. If it's going to be in the movie, make sure that's just saying. They got money. All right, we're moving up here. Noah's the current leader at 7:59. We're gonna have this next one looks pretty cool. Look at the ribs on that. Oh boy, is that Ezekiel's? Come on down. There he is. I think I remember our boat now. All I thought was, man, those are some gnarly ribs. Which I personally can't really make Oh, right? Okay, that's what we're going to find out. Do you know what this one's supposed to weigh? 647? Roughly, we'll just call it 640. So this one's supposed to weigh 640. We're going to see what it weighs. Now, how do we know it's supposed to weigh 640? Again, we do a three-way measurement. We measure a circumference around the pumpkin, biggest spot you pick. Then we measure from the flower end over the top, down to the stem. And then we do a side-to-side. We add those three measurements up. We look at our little chart that's been updated over 20 years. And it tells us what it will roughly weigh. And if it comes in heavier, that means that rind was thicker. If it comes in lighter, that means it was a thinner rind, more of a bigger cavity. So you never know until you put it on the scale. It's part of the fun. So 640 is what it weighs. What do you want it to weigh? 700? All right, and it's your personal best is 438, correct? Was that here last year? So right here last year, he grew his first pumpkin, came in at 438 pounds. So I think we might get a new personal best out of you, huh? All right, what'd you want to see again? So you want it to go heavy to chart. Remember, it should weigh 640. That's what the chart says. What do we got, Rochelle? 710! Congratulations! Gave him his new personal best. Remember, 438 pounds last year. He now has grown at 710 pounds. Congratulations. Get up there, grab a picture. That is an incredible grow. Now, if you know anything about him, he will call you every day and ask you a question. That's fine. That's how you get better, right? So I love it. I know he has a page.
He's over here. He's over here.
Man, that's a good Hey, what was the seed on that? So last year, I don't know if any of you know this, but last year the Minnesota State Fair got a new fair record. It came in at 1,808.5 pounds. An incredible pumpkin, thinking, big back. Minnesota State Fair. So Joe, who lives down in St. Anthony Village, lot, literally turns the whole backyard, surrounded by all these neighbors, and turned it into a garden. He grew this pumpkin. And his goal was to win the Minnesota State Fair. That was his lifelong goal. And he did it, not only with a winner, but with the largest pumpkin ever brought to the Minnesota State Fair, which is incredible. 1,808 pounds. He then gave a seed to Ezekiel, and that seed was that pumpkin, a brand new personal best for him, 714 pounds. 710, which is incredible, brand new personal best for so brand new. Jake, remember, he was supposed to weigh 640. So Ezekiel, who was right? I think the ribs make it go heavy, right? Yeah, they do. What heavier than it was supposed to. It's a good thing. All right, we are moving up. We're in those 700s. Boy, we need to break an 800. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe this next one can do it.
No, you're not picking.
Alright. Is it true this next one is Dan? Alright, Dan. If you guys remember, if you've been here all day, you know what Dan's done. He's done some incredible things. He won the new state record Merrill at 105 pounds, beating the old state record of 74 pounds. Absolutely incredible. You don't know what a Merrill is? We call it a gator zucchini. Because they're zucchini, but they look like they have gators. Yeah, see right over there, going very on if you want, instead of zucchini boats, yes. Then Dan went on to take the field coaching competition with, man, what was that, 138, I believe? 138 pounds, an incredible field. Also did well in the butternuts. And now, he has himself a nice little coaching on there. Again, he's up by Sturgeon Lake, Willow River, if you guys know the area up. So we'll goes in a little bit colder climate. All right, Dan, your personal best, 1,194? Sound about right? How long was that? 2 years ago? All right. What are you hoping for this one? Yeah, one and done, right? Well, at least to get to first, you definitely want over 759 pounds. So let's go for that. Let's see what Dan has. 721, we'll call it. Congratulations. 721. That puts you solidly in the second place. Great work those guys do to go and they rescue people that need immediate service. Most people don't know is you have to have a special rolling lifting ring. So you see that harness up there. That is made for nobody else in the world except giant pumpkin. There's a couple people in the world that make it. And it simply is just to lift giant pumpkins. It's a harness that goes down around them, you tighten it, and you can pumpkin with it. Most people will use a skid steer. Some people will use a tripod. So they hold a tripod over their barn, over their pumpkin. They'll pick the pumpkin up, you can move it around, but generally you need some bigger equipment once it's get roughly that half
over there.
All right, we'll wrap this up and get it up onto the scale. And you definitely don't want it to slip. Again, this is the first of 3 festivals going on at Wayne Giant Pumpkins. The next one will be not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, or Sunday the 5th of October, down in Nowthen, Minnesota. Right at the room over there, right at the courthouse. That's where we're going to hold it. Come down and take a peek at that one. That will probably see you there again. All right, Patrick, you ready? This is, let's see. This is the 2260. Very good seed. Let's see, your best is 440, right? Is that last year? Here? Okay, last year in Nowthen, he came with a 440-pound pumpkin, his biggest he's ever grown. He went out over the winter, got a very good seed.
Wow, I got
in hopes that you got a new personal best, right? So what are you hoping this one comes in? Oh, would we like to see our first 800-pounder of the day? Yes, we would. All right, Dan, let's see what Patrick gets. Oh, 796, still the new leader. Congratulations. 796, a brand new personal best. What do you have to say for yourself? Okay, we'll go up there and grab a picture with it. Almost 800 pounds. We got so close to that first 800-pounder. But 796, a brand new personal best. An incredible grow. Patrick's another one that just loves growing. He has a true passion for growing these giant pumpkins. It's, I know it's going to be bigger and bigger every year. And I'm excited to watch. 796.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah. All right, boy, are we getting close to that first 800? Oh, hey Patrick, what's the name of your pumpkin? It's a hail yeah. It got hit with a bunch of hail early on, but obviously cleaned it all up. You see those little hail marks on there? Yes, the pumpkins sometimes get hit, but that does not mean they're out of the game. Those pumpkins will heal very nicely. They'll just have some character to it. And in his case, a really great name. Hail yeah. All right, congratulations, Patrick. From Foley, Minnesota, he grew himself a brand new personal best. Incredible. All right, so this is where we will take a little bit of an intermission. We have hit our top 10 biggest pumpkins. So when we come back from our break, which I think will be about 30 to 40 minutes, we will start weighing the final top 10 and the big ones. So go grab some food, go take a peek at that market over there, little flea market, go to the bathroom, stretch those legs a little. I know you've been listening to me too much. And we'll see you back here in just a little bit. And yes, I should say one more thing. If you guys are interested in growing any of these giant seeds, especially for next year's competition, or you have people in your family that love gardening and you want to get them a really cool gift, right over under that tent, we are selling seeds. And then Katie has made some little pumpkins with some little crystals on them, great little gifts, little pumpkins, lots of plain refrigerator magnets. So seed and such, right over there if you are interested. We'll see you back here in just a bit.
So I'm holding Because he said, that's it, no more until these are done. I wonder how many seats are in them. And I tried to go check everything else. But I never get them all cooked up before they start. I might take like three, I use three as well, like a bit on bacon. And I like the bigger ones, but I cut them in half, take them off, and put them on the knife almost. Because then it steams the She always did it that way. Other people cook them the other way and then put like butter or whatever. But I've done that too. My mom always did the other way. Then it kind of steams it. So, but anyway, I can't believe then I found out that you fix it all together. Oh, I know. Yep, and then we eat what we want to eat, and then I bag up. Because it's, I mix it up with, I don't do anything but that's the only thing I do is add butter. He once in a while likes brown sugar, but I'm not going to freeze it that way because I don't like the added sugar. I just hello there. Then I can just take it out and throw it. My oldest likes she loves squash. Whenever I tell her I have
Minnesota thing.
I
how.
don't know, that one looks pretty big too.
I wonder how. Yeah,
I mean, I like that a lot because I actually have, I do have onions right now, but I don't. He likes onions. I used to love them. I didn't wasn't a big green pepper person, but they didn't actually. He always liked that. big fish, something else, and corn dogs is what I call substance. So $14 corn dogs that they worked out. There used to be we used to have a local stand that local people that had, and you know, locally kind of are willing to do where Harley not so much. But so we've missed our kind of missed the carnival cars. Every once in a while you go, like even Menards, I've seen it, they've had a mini building stand with the parking once in a while. We still do though. We saw it once and I said something there, they haven't stopped yet to see it except the brewery in town, we have a brewery in Annandale and they have they have a different one. Like they have one Friday night, they have a different one comes Saturday, and then sometimes one of the same comes on Sunday. But they actually whichever weekend is good weather. So they have one that comes and it's a big free. All of us up in there comes, but they're corn dogs. papers, and then you can get it after. You might have even been able to do like a shake paper. I don't know. I never walked up to the front. But I can't remember if it was on his side. It was either his great niece or his great nephew. The guys from the people that graduated. They irritate him so much if they come. They like they keep for an hour. And have lunch. They're all so cute. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what breed they are. All puppies are cute. Same with kittens. It's really, really tempting and hard to turn down.
Like if maybe you want to buy an apple cider $20. Everything's local. Just know what you saw the power. Nice light, full with four-wheeler. Drive your four-wheeler side by side and back. It's all one piece of plastic. Solar water, different seams, like ice caps. Open up diamond plate. All one piece of color. Good day. You gotta buy a $20 raffle. I really want to.
Some of them just don't have to like really, really hate me. Well, there's
That one's bigger.
They sit up and around the campfire until his brother wife brother goes to bed when he goes to bed. about that one. They all, you know, a lot of little kids are attracted to it. Teddy's not allowed to get dogs at all. He's not happy with that, but the last time I took him, here I am going. I had bags in the car, and I didn't want to be walking around. And I was there. I went to stand alone, bought some green beans for the dogs, and I was leaving, and he saw me sneaking. So I went up to one of the stands and asked if they had anything extra. And the only thing they had was white beans. So she gave me a white bean, and then I turned around and opened the stand and holding out a plastic grocery bag. She said, I thought maybe you was one of this. I said, well, thank you. I said, I never counted on that. I said, I have some stuff in the car, but I didn't. She goes, yeah. She goes, I figured the way you looked at it, you didn't have anything with you. I would never have just left it. Yeah, the last time I took it, when I took it the last day, which was before I got out of the car, I took it back in the car. I've got a thing that is on somebody that carries bags, but we use a different issue with the chip. We have a lot of people, but not as many as we used to. Now the neighbor across the street, she takes her dog. They have a lab, and then they have a chocolate lab, and then their one daughter has a white lab, and then the other daughter has a Labrador, a white Labrador, and they have their granddaughter quite a bit. They draw longer than the neighbor. And so she takes the dog, you know,
That's what we're going to drop.
but I don't know. Well, there's a dog park across the lake, kind of station, across from the lake. And it's a dog park, and it has a lot of kids. But people were saying that this was really bad. They were having a hard time getting they took the dogs. They always had to get the kids out. And they said it was not good. But that's, I mean, and I don't want to take the dogs to a non-fenced area. They like our fenced-in area where they can run. Otherwise, we got that fence, you just take it off. We never know. I mean, Teddy's at the point where, you know, they'll say, you want to go for a ride, Ted? He hops out of the gate, and he tries to jump in the car, but he overreaches a little ways off the ground. But he comes back with it. Buster can't. So, and I think Carla said it too. She said he thinks he has more selective hearing, but he doesn't hear well. And when he calls him to go outside, he doesn't go to the power window. I have to stop with his motor. He feels the vibration and he goes to him and he goes. But, so it'd be hard to get back. Even too far. And most of the time,
Why didn't you bring it to the car?
so we would stick around. But Ozzy, when he gets out of the fence, he's off. But I've learned that if I ask him, but I have to yell. I have to say, long way, big circle and run back. Up through the fence and then he's back.
Why you're making such a big mess?
I mean, I was right there. I got something. What did you do?
I thought that was all way as bad.
You didn't have anything in the car?
I slept most of the night.
All right, you guys. Warning, we're going to start in 4 to 5 minutes. We're going to weigh the top 10 largest pumpkins that we have sitting here in hopes of not only breaking the site record, which is at 1,805 pounds, but potentially hitting that 1-ton fruit. Yes, a 2,000-pound pumpkin. We're going to start here in just a couple minutes, so come on back.
Literally, I cannot believe it. Because I remember that part. Yeah. Oh, I slept through the whole place.
Gary won a pumpkin marathon.
I had a hard time. Holy faces. That was just go to the gate and meet be able to walk all the way to the gate, sit with them until they're clean, wave, you know, whatever, and then go down to their gate and come out of the little bit, and now you have to say goodbye and say,
Who's gonna teach us?
sit down in the one of them. It just brought me down.
I bet they
Wait, let me say.
All right, our awesome skid steer operator's back. The current world record holder for giant pumpkins, growing right here in Nowthen, Minnesota at 2,749 pounds. He's hoping that that record stays. Over the next 2 weeks, we will know if that record does not stay, as some of the biggest pumpkins across this planet get weighed at events similar to this one right here. But let's get back started. We are back for the top 10 largest pumpkins. Now, how do we know they're the top 10 largest? They're the top 10 largest based on their measurements. So we measure them 3 ways. That tells us roughly what they weigh, and then we will put them on the scale. Once they go on the scale, then we find out exactly what they weigh, and then it could be heavier, could be lighter. That's on how thick that brine is inside, which obviously we don't know right now. But let's start with number 10. This is Niall's pumpkin. Niall drove all the way from Stewartville, Minnesota. Anybody been to Stewartville? What do you notice? At least when I go through Stewartville, I notice how there's a million lights down the main avenue. Anybody else notice that? Anybody go there in the dark? Like when you pull over the hill and you see it off the distance, it's like a run. What's up with that? It's like one of the cities when I hear something. They light up the main brand. All right, Niles, this is, now Niles has 4 pumpkins going this year, so he's going to grace his presence. This is way off number 1. They'll be in Anoka next week. They'll be down in Anamosa, Iowa the following week, and then up to Stillwater for his grand finale. Getting 4 pumpkins to scale is actually quite amazing. So kudos to Niles for that. His personal best, listen to this, everybody, 2,041 and a half pounds. That's an incredible personal best. Very few hit that 2,000 mark. How did that feel when that hit the scale? And you've been just like, I have a ride. I'd say that. All right, This one is, like I said, your first of four coming this season. It's off the 1581 Matthews, which is, okay, so remember, do you guys remember earlier how I said there's giant squash? And then there's giant pumpkin. They're the exact same species, we covered a maximum. The only difference is a green squash is 100% green. It turns to a pumpkin, it's classified as a pumpkin, if there's any white, cream, or orange on it. This is supposed to be a squash. What color do you guys think that is? Anybody think green? There might be a green undertone, but there's enough cream and white. Is there any orange in there? No, just cream and white. That it is classified as a pumpkin, so this will go down in the books as a pumpkin. What are you hoping for on this one? Oh, you guys want to see your first half-ton pumpkin today? 1,000 pounds, could we do it? Skip right over 800 and 900. All right, Alex, let's see it. What do we got? Oh, sold! 990. What do we call that? 995. Congrats, Niles. 995. Almost broke that 1,000 pound mark. And we got sold. 995. That stayed classified as a squash. That would have been a very impressive squash. It's squash are a little bit tougher to grow bigger, so that would have been very nice. But nonetheless, a near half-ton pumpkin. All the way from Stewartville, Minnesota. Thanks for coming up and big hand helping out at the scales all day today. Niles Jacobs. All right. We're down to the top nine. The 9 biggest pumpkins at the, well, this is the 4th annual Giant Pumpkin Contest that is GPC governed. So, as most of you, if you've been to going to the Nowthen Festival, we've had a little pumpkin show every year. Usually about 3 or 4 pumpkins show up, and usually the winner was what, 300 pounds maybe? But we got it to be a GPC event, which again, GPC stands for Great Pumpkin Commonwealth. It's the governing body over the entire world, and that tends to bring in more fruits because everything is legal, judged, and recorded, which is awesome. And usually a lot more rewards, ribbons, plaques, trophies. Oh, here's a monarch right here. So I'm kind of a monarch guy, if you guys know me. This monarch right here is going to head 2,220 miles to a mountain in Mexico. To a mountain in Mexico. I raise them every year. I raise about 200 this year. I just go out under the milkweeds and find an egg. I raise them. I tag them. 3 of mine have been that I've tagged have been recovered in Mexico. And when I let one go, I live 4 miles north of here. I used to in Nowthen, and I let it go. And my very first one that came back tagged, they sent the certificate. It was 2,220 miles from Nowthen, Minnesota to El Rosa, which is the reserve. That they fly up the mountain, 10,000 feet up. They sit on the trees all winter, trying to go dormant. So that little monarch that you just seen fly over has to go a long ways. It is quite an incredible thing, especially considering this. The monarchs, that monarch has never made that trip. So when the monarchs go down there, this monarch will live for 6 to 8 months. It will spend the winter down there. It'll come back to Texas in the spring, and then that monarch dies. And the babies then make the trip up to Minnesota, and then they live 2 to 6 weeks, and then they die. And then those babies live another 2 to 6 weeks, they die, and then down the 4th to 5th generation make that trip back down to Mexico. So what is so incredible about that is you literally have a monarch passing through its DNA the road map to that one mountain in Mexico where they all go hiking. Just amazing, absolutely incredible. Science can't even explain it. That's how incredible it is. But those little monarchs have a long ways to go, and this wind's definitely helping them out today. So hopefully the weather holds good for about a week or two, and it should get far enough south where it will make its journey down to Mexico while we sit up here in the cold, cold winter. All right, this next pumpkin, Jim and Lisa, want to come on up? Jim and Lisa, they grow pumpkins every year. They were the state fair record holders here back a couple years. It might be 1685. They won the Minnesota State Fair with an incredible pumpkin. In fact, it still is the second largest pumpkin ever brought to the Minnesota State Fair. And this one had a little bit of tough luck with it. What ended up causing this guy? Okay, one of the many hailstorms that a lot of us got this year. And so this one will go down as damaged because of the hail spot that ended up growing as about 5 inches, which is over the 3 inches that it can be. Let's see, what do you guys think on this one? 8? Okay. So their personal best, 1776. They have grown 8. 1776. This one they're hoping for 8. I want to see the first 1,000-pound pumpkin. What do we got? Oh, over 1,000 pounds! 1,044 pounds. Very incredible. Is that heavy to chart? Or didn't you measure it? Did you? Okay. That's very, very good. First 1,000-pound pumpkin, unfortunately, it is damaged. So it will not go into the placement for the prizes, but it's a very nice pumpkin nonetheless. So it's gotten its first one over. Which is an incredible pumpkin.
This one's got a hole in the top. Or if they grow too fast and split over. They weighed them up another one earlier just so they had an idea, but it didn't split. They had to put the whole pallet up there.
That gets us down to our top 8
Falling apart.
largest pumpkins. Next, Jim and Lisa coming out. Who was your only pumpkin this year? Right? You got one more? Yeah, you did. So we'll probably see maybe either next week or the week after. One of the two? All right. That's why a lot of us grow multiple pumpkins. We got some insurance policies in case one or two go down. Now the next one coming up here is Ron's.
Because there was a small one that had all these.
And Ron, let's see, what'd you get at the state fair? Did you get second or third? Third by 20 pounds. So you brought one earlier to the Minnesota State Fair. And what was it? 883. 883. That's not huge. State record holder. Well, he's coming up for the Minnesota State Fair winner. Coming up here. So I'll keep fighting about his time. But school looks a little bit. Based on its measurements, it's 1,048 pounds. Now, once we get it on the scale, it's going to tell us the truth, obviously. And the truth will be either came in at chart, that we expect, or if it's light, like it was a thin run, it was more of a balloon. If it was heavy, and then thick run. You know, maybe upwards of 10, 12 inches, depending on how thick it was. And let's see, what's 16? 76 million Chad, Colorado, really good grower. is a prettier pumpkin, which we can see that. Now, it might, truth be told, those genetics sometimes you might like because they're so pretty. They don't need to wait, right? That's what I would say. If the pumpkins are pretty, they don't need to wait, right? Otherwise, you gotta win it all with the weight. All right, Ron, you got anything else in the patch? Smaller? Okay. So this is potentially your biggest. Your personal best is almost 89. That was 5 years ago. How long have you been growing? Dang! Man, 11, 89.
The second of course.
That's awesome. My review is 763. All right, well, let's see. It would be nice to get a personal best. That would be a treat to have. But remember, to come in at chart, this has to be roughly 1,040 pounds. All right, Ron, what do we got? 1,098 pounds. Came in just a hair heavy to chart, almost 1,100, and just less than 100 pounds below his personal best. That is incredible. Come on, grab a picture. Very nice pumpkin. Very nice genetic cross. Nice color. 1,098 pounds. The new leader of the pack and the first official pumpkin over 1,000 pounds. Good job. All right, this pretty pumpkin reminds you guys that we have a Howard Bill Award coming up. What is a Howard Bill Award? The HB Award, some of us would call it, or simply put, the prettiest pumpkin. What that means is the pumpkin is the prettiest. How do we determine that? Well, we look for three main criteria. One is size. We want it big. 300 pounds is kind of the minimum we look at. Number two is we want an orange. As orange as possible. The oranger the better. Number three is we want the shape as perfect as possible. So round is the best. But you know, it's all in the eye of the beholder. Some of us think this color orange, even though there's some stripes, is beautiful. Some of us might think something else is. So we allow the growers to pick. Have three opportunities to pick three different pumpkins, and it'll be a point system. The first one will give the most points to the person. Your second one will give the second most points, and then your third pick will give a lower amount of points. Then we add up all those points, and the one with the top points, doesn't have to be the top winner, just the top points, will receive the Howard Bill or the Prettiest Pumpkin Award. Howard Dill, like I mentioned earlier, a guy in the 80s that won some world records and really started giving out seeds and knowledge of how to grow these giant pumpkins. So, paying some respect in the form of an award. We also give away that 6-foot trophy. I don't know if you guys can see it, almost touching the top of that 10-foot that trophy in Buffy Rack. And the second and third place is still a nice trophy along with the cash. If you guys ever want to try this, we have seeds that represent all these giant, from butternut squash to the gator zucchini to these giant watermelon and the giant pumpkins. We got the seeds right over there under the tent. You can grab some seeds and try your luck next year. Enter and win some prizes. All right, this next one, Pat, come on down. I think I see you there. You are. Pat Otto, and he is out of Arlington. Is that Arlington? Okay. All right. Ooh, you're going for heavy. 25, 50.4. That's a very good choice. All right, so this one came from a 2550 Ford seed. Ford just means the last name of the Ford out of Wisconsin. His pumpkin last year, Jim, the one that went 2,500 pounds, went 26% heavy. So the chart said it should be this. It went 26% only up. Crazy in the same month. In fact, You throw a lot of somebody couple. Oh, it's six. One and done. Oh no. All right. Your personal best 12:08. All right. So he came here last year. Got his personal best of 1,208 pounds just last year. Looking to maybe up his personal best again. What are you guys guessing on this one? Oh, now the beautiful. You guys concur? All right, 12:09 is what we want to see, or bigger, but at least 12:09. Let's do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. What do we got? Oh, 12:47. Excellent. New personal best. 2 years in a row. Both and Nowthen, both personal best. Congratulations. Go on up, take a picture. Congratulations. Looks like that might have was Thank you so much, guys. Good job. Good personal best. All right, guys, we've made it to 12:47. Onward and upward. Hopefully, we can get up to 2,000. That'd be pretty cool. We could see a 2,000 pounder. All right, we are down to our final 6. The top 6 largest pumpkins. Currently in the lead, Pat Otto at 12:47. Very nice pumpkin. That's always a good thing. All right. Come on down. Jerry, you are one of the latest in a long line of African that are getting. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Travis and Steve. That's all right, this is a 2560. So Travis Gaynor, the world record holder right here from Nowthen, Minnesota, grew the largest pumpkin in North America a couple years, 4 years ago, or 3 years, 2022, 3 years ago. That was 2,560 pounds. Very impressive pumpkin. That is a seed from that.
Yeah, you do it fine.
Yep. Look identical. This final 6 is going to determine who goes home with the money. place, Dave will get $1,000. Second is $500. Third, I think it's $400. We take out 20 spots. You just gotta be in the top 20 pumpkins and you'll get some money. Ribbons will go down the top 10. Top 10 will get ribbons. Plaques will go to the first place. Along with trophies. And that's about it. Yeah, pretty much. The kids, top 5 kids are gonna get a little more left. There'll be a bunch of fun prizes. All right, Jerry. Are we gonna get a win out of you today? No, I'm messing with him. He's happy. He's a great guy. He has a pumpkin patch. What's it called? Jerry's pumpkin patch? Jerry's pumpkin patch up in Sturgeon Lake. If you guys want to go to a pumpkin patch, do you know the black pumpkins? He has black pumpkins. How cool is that? Like, that's cool. Black pumpkins. They're called black cats. Or midnights. But that's pretty cool. He does a lot of different pumpkins, has lots of fun stuff to do there. Sturgeon Lake. Just type in Jerry's pumpkin patch. Go up there, spend an afternoon. You can do 10? Yes. You can do 10 giant pumpkins this year. How many are still left? 5? What's your thoughts? All right, what do you? Personal best is 1,534 pounds. This next edition. All right, so this one is not going to count. He is just exhibiting it. It's going to just be weighed. We would love to see a new personal best. So what do we got, Alex? 1125, very nice pumpkin. Exhibition. Officially weighed. It's a 2560 Ginger crossed with the 2453 Sherwood. Very nice genetic. 1125 exhibition, so we'll not go into the award. Should be, he has a bigger one. Yeah.
These.
Anybody have a question on any giant? Or have I been pretty thorough? I tried. If you have a question, type up, I'll answer it. I'll answer anything. Or moderns. Everybody always asks me how big my pumpkin is. So I did not grow a pumpkin this year. I skipped some watermelon, long gourd tomatoes. They're nice and easy, less stressful. I'm in the process of building a little hoop house, so once that project's done, which it should be by this fall, I will then next year get into the fun world of growing giant pumpkins. So I do expect to have one here next year. It'll be a long drop. Next we're heading over to Alex. Are you Mr. Ribs over here? Look at these ribs. Look at these ribs compared to all the other pumpkins. I don't know why, but I love a pumpkin with big ribs. I love the way that looks. Now you get that with the perfect orange, and that would be my state fair winner 4 years ago. Won the state fair with the most beautiful orange pumpkin with the ribs that look just like that. All right, Alex, speaking of state fair, Alex won the state fair this year with a, was it 1,511 pound pumpkin, the third largest pumpkin ever to be brought to the Minnesota State Fair. He is the Minnesota State Fair champ 2025. 1,511 pounds. That's an incredible feat considering it is early August, early to mid-August. Instead of letting them grow all the way to the end of the year. This one here is a, if I remember the story right, this one after the pumpkin died, you allow this one to grow, right? Yep. And it's all based still, so if anybody knows the pumpkin world, genetics, I think 76 stilts, which is a very, very proven pumpkin seed, which means those seeds any pumpkin going right out. So if we had lost that addition, much larger cover. So Alex has, in addition to his state fair player, his personal best is almost 2,000 He's got a very, very it's heartbreaking. Right? Yes. What are you hoping this one was? 1,200? Well, that would get you close to first. If it was 1,248, that would get you first. I don't know, it looks heavy. Was it supposed to weigh? Did you measure it? No? Okay. All right, well, let's see. Let's do a countdown here and see what Alex pumpkin weighs. 3, 2, 1. What do we got, Heather? 1188. Very close to 1,200 pounds. Congratulations. And you are officially the second place. That's Alex, the Minnesota 2025 State Fair champion. Coming in with another one. I think he has 2 left, so he'll be in both the Nowthen next week and Stillwater the following week. And Stillwater won't have one. It's a nice pumpkin. He's not getting to his patch yet, but I can see his butternuts. And remember, he is the new state record butternut squash. 94 pounds. Very incredible, beating the old state record of 71, unless you want to count the shots. And it'd be 75.
No one wants to play.
And if you guys want to hit up Stillwater, you will see not only his biggest pumpkin, but he has a butternut squash that is bigger than this. Which is incredible. It is bigger than that. It's still green and growing. So that's always a good thing. All right, we'll get that one off here. It's not even March. March. Well, I don't know about you, but this is a perfect day. Could be, I could be just having the night of this. It's actually quite cool. You guys ever get to the Minnesota State Fair every year? I do a talk in the horticulture building, the ag building. I do a talk on how to grow giant pumpkins. So if you get down there, you will see me in this exact same outfit. I figure, you know, I'm at the fair, might as well dress up a little, right? But it's a great time. A lot of people have gone there and learned how to grow pumpkins. And they come back and they get pumpkins. It's really a cool experience. So get down there and have 40 minutes to learn. Stop at the All right, the final 4 winter. It's a very beautiful $45,000 boat. Oh, this one has an interesting story. All right, so this is the 2469 watts. Now, what's interesting about that is South Africa weighs in the middle of winter because obviously they're in a different hemisphere. So they grow theirs over the winter here, which is their summer, and then they harvest it. They harvested it just a few months ago. This guy got the new South African record to beat the Peabods. It came in at 2,469 pounds. Well, quickly sent a couple seeds like this. Jerry got one of them, and that seed then grew this. So this is the quickest turnaround on the seed that you'll find because you use the power of the southern hemisphere and northern hemisphere. So this is probably one of the first pumpkins growing or weighed. Been weighed? Yeah, this is the first one weighed of the 3 or 4 that have been growing since it became the South African record just a couple months ago. So this is quite impressive, and this does have its roots in Travis's 2560, the North American record a few years ago. So another Nowthen connection. Travis Ginger gives out a seed to a guy in South Africa who grows a new new African record, really, and new Southern Hemisphere record for that matter. And gets a seed up here, and maybe, what do you think, Jerry? Maybe have a chance at a personal best? It's 1534, right? So we need 1535. That would be nice. All right, so he's thinking chart. What is chart, just so we know? 1285 would be chart. It means, based on the measurements, that's what it will come in. Not a bad thing. So 1285 would be chart. We want to go heavy, but let's see what we got. 1210, not bad. Get you to second place, which is good. Second place on a seed made of Travis all the way from Cape Town, South Africa, just a few months ago. It was inside another boat, which is pretty cool, pretty interesting. All right, thanks, Jerry. Officially down to our final 3. Thankfully, all the
We're down to the last 3. We're at 12.
Or we could just call it.
Oh, because like this one just puts it away about 12:25.
The next contestant here, Ryan, would not be happy.
And then there's a chart. There's all kinds of steps. That last
Ryan
one
drove
was
all the way
12:10.
here from Watertown, South Dakota, just to
So it depends where they want to bring them.
Okay, you have one left. Maybe still water them?
the guy that's just there.
He's Rose Street. You got your jacket last year, though, right?
Won the state fair.
2 years ago. Got his jacket. So one thing I didn't really talk about today is you had anybody that really qualified for it, but if you weigh 3 separate pumpkins,
No,
3
you
separate
wait till the
weights,
last
right,
day.
in Minnesota we have
If they put on 80 pounds a day, you
still
wait till the last day, right?
But if you get 3 pumpkins where they're combined weight,
That was the record this year. That one, I don't know how they did that, because
much like the golfers get a master's jacket, it's the same thing, just nobody knows it. That's the only difference. But we still are proud of it. We love it, and it's an amazing feeling when you get it. Everybody loves it, and then you can actually add patches onto it. Say, what's the next one? 46.
yeah, I know. These guys are pretty
4,800. So if you hit another level, at the end of the day, too, 4,800. Get a patch on your jacket, and it's a pretty cool thing, a pretty special thing. It's hard enough to get one pumpkin to a scale, let alone 3, but then weigh it.
And you gotta have one to load
Ryan
up that
has
hole.
done that. He's out of the game this year.
Unless
for
you
that,
grow
but
it, unless you grow it on
definitely in the game for
the
attention
talent.
here. Let's see, your best ever, that was last year, right? 2 years ago was 1797 and a half.
The world record for that one is.
That's a pretty good pumpkin, especially because you're out of South Dakota, where actually the new state record just happened, right?
Different ones where you can do it in the space you use too.
Kevin Marsh at a 2006 pound.
I was surprised there were
So
a
the
lot
new
of
state record in South
young
Dakota
kids
has
that
just
did
went
the
over
thing.
1 ton, which is incredible because the growing conditions in South Dakota are quite challenging, as anybody knows. Justin definitely wants to see that.
But that last one, I don't know if you're missing. The seeds in it was from South Africa, and they were just
Ryan has done quite well. I would say
and they sent the seeds up there from here, French.
consistent. You always have some good ones. Considering where you're from. Right?
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
remember
this
that
one,
one kid.
what are you?
Well, you can get all right under the bed there.
17. Whoa, would you guys like to see the first 1,700 pounder today? That would get very close to that magical 2,000 level. All right, let's do a countdown because this one is the top 3, so you know, getting up there. All right, starting
Well, I
at
know
5,
Angela's here, 'cause
4,
I saw that.
3, 2, 1. What do we got, Ryan? 1677. Very close to 1,700, but a very nice pumpkin and definitely puts you in the leader.
Well, I tried to call Angie.
Very nice, Ryan. Number 1 pumpkin of the day so far. Almost 1,700 pounds. Coming in at 1677.
I got it just perfect. I
Getting
can see
close,
Brewster,
just
I can see
shy
Brewster
of-
from here. You know?
Just shy of, just
Except
under
he
100,
just
or
blew that
just
last
over
pumpkin
100 pounds
in
away
the
from his personal best. Very, very nice.
This last
Hopefully,
one
your
has
Stillwater
got
one
good color
bigger.
too, eh?
Yeah, all right. Maybe we'll see a personal best yet this year. Like I said before, if you guys want to see more pumpkins, bigger pumpkins, they get bigger as the year goes on because everybody loves to keep their pumpkins as long as they can. But next pumpkin event is not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, right down in Anoka, right down by the
Get an
courthouse.
extra week
It's
of
the next
growing.
giant pumpkin weigh-off event. And then our last one of the year is the second Saturday in October. It'll be October 11th. And that is right down, you guys know where Stillwater is, right? You know where that lift bridge is? That little bridge over the river? It's literally right there. You can go from the pumpkins and walk across the bridge. And you know what? We'll even cut a few pumpkins open and we'll let you go up and down the St. Clair River. We do it every year. We might not let you. We'll let something.
Right.
But we do it, we call it a pumpkin race. Pumpkin regatta. It's like we can do it down the river. It's pretty fun, actually. All right, so 1677. Ryan has definitely set the bar for the biggest pumpkin. But we have 2 left. We have 2 left.
Okay.
That could,
I think we should be
big.
There's only 22 of us. Right?
barking at me. He doesn't. What will these final two weigh? Will we get a site record? What do we need for a site record? We need over current site records 1,805 pounds. Set 2 years ago, if any of you were here, we need 1,806 pounds or greater for a brand new site record.
The lift is not.
We've obviously never hit 2,000. That's just what we cool to see. So hopefully we have that opportunity today. Pumpkins, they can big equipment to move. He actually has, it still has the field of the state record. Very, very impressive. Yeah, he used to be pretty tall. All right, so this one is a 2144 marathon. That usually 1820, if it comes in at chart where it's supposed to.
I'm sitting right here because I can see Bruce.
Your personal best is 1926. When was that? Last year. How many years have you been growing? 15, and you got your biggest last year. That's really good. Would be nice to see a 2000, wouldn't it? That would be beautiful. It would need to go very heavy for that, but 18, which is 1820? 1820, that would definitely put you in the lead. Boy, wouldn't you guys like to see an 1,800 pound pumpkin? That would be pretty cool. It's about as close to 2,000 as possible. Where'd you weigh your big one last year? Still about it? Okay. All right, well, if this is the battle of probably heavies, who's going to go heavier? I think this one's a 435 OTT inches, and I think this one's a 436. So this one and that one are 1 inch difference for their OTT value, which means they're approximately the same weight on paper. So whoever goes heavier will take the championship here at Nowthen Heritage Festival. All right, we would love to see a brand new personal best for Jesse. That would be anything over 1926. However, if it could go to chart, that would be fantastic. That'd get him over 1,800, which would be incredible. Remember, we have a site record in play here. So if this pumpkin is 1,805 pounds, or actually 1,806 pounds or greater, that's a brand new site record. There's never been one weighed at Nowthen Heritage Festival that has been bigger than 1,805 pounds. So that would be very, very cool as well. Let's do a countdown and see what Jesse gets. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do we got? honest. It is over chart, which is awesome. Get everybody up there, take a picture. 1867, a brand new record for Nowthen Heritage Festival. That is incredible. From Richmond, that's I think just west of St. Cloud. It was his largest last year and just missed it this year. All right, 1867, your new Nowthen record holder, at least for the time being. We'll see if the other one is heavier or not. This one did go in heavy to chart slightly, but it was heavy to chart. 1867, that's the number to beat.
I wasn't thinking about that. It's Brian's boss. I haven't.
What's that? Guess what?
I didn't even say hi.
All right, guys, we've all been waiting for the largest pumpkin of the day. Just 1 inch bigger than the one we just seen get weighed. This is going to be a close one. You sweating, Dave? Yeah? All right, Dave, so Dave, what are you, about 3 miles from here? About 3 miles straight north of here, growing right in Nowthen, Minnesota. How just awesome is it that you're at? You're in the final 2. So final 1 by size. Yep. Right here at the Nowthen Heritage Festival. How long have you been growing? 5 years? When did you ever come to one of my little classes at home? I think you've almost been home. So every spring, if you guys are interested, right at City Hall, I hold a little free presentation. It takes about an hour. I tell you exactly how to grow these giant pumpkins so that you can bring a pumpkin here in the fall. I have seen Dave at many, which is good because it's his labor. He had to listen and take notes to me, which, you know, if you listen to me long enough, you'll get something about it. But this one is a very special pumpkin. Very, very happy for you. I mean, no matter what this weighs, this is quite incredible for your journey. What's your personal best? 965 pounds. His personal best from 2 years ago. 965. Guarantee he has one over that 965. This one's taping right around 1840. 1820, so that's doubling his personal best. It's, you know, the world record holder Travis allowed him to use his world record pallet. That was the exact pallet used to hold the world record pumpkin. So maybe a little good luck, a little heavy rubs off, right? We'll have to see. All right, let's see. You've grown 5 years. How many pumpkins have you gotten in total? 4 pumpkins. Yep, the bugs got you. But in the off season, he picked out a very good seed, 2457 LeBlanc. At the Nowthen auction, we do a little fundraiser every winter for the prizes that we're giving away here. So appreciate that, thank you. And obviously paying dividends, big time. All right, this is exciting. Let's make sure they pick it up without dropping it. It might make for good, you know, good video, good TV, but we don't want it. Actually, the ride's probably so thick we could probably drop it from that tower. Just bounce a couple times. That's it. Okay. You can be stressed out for what? 1 more minute here. Check that bottom, boys. Make sure it's all good. Did it look good? All right. Excellent. That's what we want. I think, if I remember right, the Star Tribune did a little story on you yesterday. So if you guys check out the paper, there'll be a little story on it. It's came out. It's awesome. Watch them ticket. So this has a little fanfare behind it. All right, Dave, let's see if, first off, you can get a new personal best. We'll set it all up here. New personal best is anything over 9, well, anything over 965, I believe. If we get above Jesse's, who's at 1867, that will be a new site record. It will also make you the winner. If we can get to 2,000 pounds, that would be an incredibly special moment. So, what are you hoping for? Probably 2,000? Would you like to see a 2? Yep. All right, well, let's count down from 10 and let's see what Dave gets. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do we got, Dave? 1923! Absolutely incredible. The winner of the Nowthen Championship. Oh, incredible. 1923. Remember, 2 years ago, he got his personal best at just 965 pounds. He bested that by nearly a half of a ton. Gets very close to 2,000 pounds. Right here at Nowthen, a brand new site record, the largest one ever brought to Nowthen Heritage Festival. Incredible day. What a grow, what a season.
Well,
On top of the world.
I gotta go back to get Bruce.
And the winner of the Nowthen Heritage Festival.
Are you going back?
Local boy, Nowthen, Minnesota, we're just 3 miles from here. Yep. I've always said Nowthen has the best soil. Congratulations, Dave. Big round of applause for all the volunteers. I cannot do it without them. We appreciate them so much. If you guys want to watch the awards, we're going to give the awards away in a little bit here. We got to get them all together for everybody. And all the money, the trophies, the plaques, the ribbons, the medals, you name it. It's all going to be thrown away. And thanks again so much, Farm TV. Thanks again so much for coming out. And
Dude, I would have
supporting
said,
us,
here's what I had it
I
different.
hope you enjoyed what you've seen. It was
follow
quite
spot, you know, when
impressive.
you're
Almost
down
our first 2,000
Yours
pound
is
goal.
actually
If you are coming back later tonight, the most
I think a lot of
show
inches.
you
You're
will ever
measuring.
see right here, every
Weren't
year.
fair.
It's amazing.
You know.
They're doing
So, I
a
mean,
good
that's it.
job. It'll start right a little after dusk when it's nice and dark.
I mean, the front.
Yeah, we'll try to get it. You're trying to turn it around as fast as possible.
It's a great seat. I mean, I had a one.
All right, thank you so much, guys. If you're a grower, come get a Howard Bill sheet. We're going to start voting on those. So come and grab a sheet here.
So which one's yours?
The pretty orange one over there. I gotta turn it around.
I didn't think